Good morning to all of you. I'm Neetu Galot. I'm working as assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today is my seventh lecture of biology, and in this lecture, we will discuss about the cell, next part of the cell division. It is the meiosis. Now, come to the topic that is the meiosis cell division. As we discussed in our previous lecture, there are the two types of the cell division. First is the mitosis cell division, and another type of the cell division is called the meiosis cell division. So in the mitosis cell division or meiosis cell division, we have already discussed that there are the two types of the cells. First one is the somatic cell, and another type of the cell is called the reproductive cell. As we know that the somatic cell is found all over the body parts, just like the in the skin cell, in the liver cell, or any other organs. There are the somatic cells present, and we know that the second type of the cell is called the reproductive cell, and these reproductive cells are found in only in the reproductive organs or the sex organs. So as we discussed above, that in the somatic cell division, or we can say that in the somatic cell, each we know that the each cell has a 46 chromosomes. So if here the in the mitosis division, the all the 46 chromosomes, all the cell is divided into the two daughter cells, and each cell have the 46 chromosome. So this type of the cell division is called the somatic cell, in which the daughter cell is identical to parent. And the second type of the cell, which is a meiosis cell division. So we know that in the meiosis, that we know that the meiosis is a special type of cell division, or meiosis cell division is also called the reduction division. It's called the reductional cell division also. So we know that meiosis is a special type of the cell division. It is necessary for the reproduction in the eukaryotes, as we know the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. So in the eukaryotes, the special type of cell division is called the reproductive cell division. So this process is also called the reductional cell division, in which the number of chromosomes per cell is cut in half through the separation of homologous chromosomes in a dipole cell. So now the dipole cell means the two sets of chromosomes, and the haploid cells are the one set of the chromosomes. And homologous means the chromosomes that each have a corresponding chromosomes from the opposite sex parent. Then it involves the pairing of homologous chromosomes and recombination of them. There are four haploid cells are found at the end of meiosis 2. Okay, so as we know that meiosis has the two part. The first part is called the meiosis 1, and the second part is called the meiosis 2. And the part between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 is called the interkinesis. So here first part is meiosis 1, and the middle part is called interkinesis, and then we goes to the meiosis 2. Here we should know that meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. The meiosis 2 is just as the mitosis, because in the meiosis cell division, there are the four cells are formed by the one cell only, because here the two types of the cells are formed, one cell from the father and one cell from the mother. So now we know that the each cell has a 46 chromosome, so that the in the first part, or that is the meiosis 1, there are the 46 chromosomes are divided into 23 and 23, and then they combined, and then the formation of the daughter cell, which have the 46 chromosomes each. So now come to the meiosis 1. In the meiosis 1, there are four stages. The first stage is called the prophase 1. Second is metaphase 1. Third is anaphase 1. And fourth is the telophase 1. So in the prophase 1 stage, there are the five different stages. So let us discuss the five different stages. The first one is the leptotene. Second is the zygotine. Third is the pecatine. Fourth is diplotin, and the fifth is the dikinesis. I repeat again, the name of the prophase 1 stage is leptotene, zygotine, pecatine, diplotin, and the last is the dikinesis. So here the these are the stages of the prophase 1: leptotene, zygotine, pecatine, diplotin, and dikinesis. So in these different stages, first is the leptotene. In this stage, the chromosome become distinct and visible under microscope, and compaction of chromosomes continues throughout the leptotene phase. In the zygotine chromosomes start pairing together. The paired chromosomes are called the homologous chromosomes. Okay, and these so that these chromosomes are called the homologous chromosome. And as we know, what is the homologous chromosome? Next, that is the pecatine. That is in this stage there are the crossing over between the non-sister chromatid of homologous chromosomes. Some occur for exchange the genetic material. In the pecatine stage, there are the crossing over between the non-sister chromatids. Here are the formation of the sister chromatids and the non-sister chromatids also. So the crossing over between the non-sister chromatids, it means the one from the father and one from the mother. So these are called the non-sister chromatids. So in the here the crossing over takes place, and it means the where the exchange of the genetic material also. Now come to the diplotin stage. Here in the diplotin stage, it is recognized by the dissolution of synapses complex and tendency of separation of the bivalent. So then next is the dikinesis. In the dikinesis, it is the terminalization of the chiasmata. Here the terminalization of the chiasmata and the nuclear membrane break the nucleolus disappear. Then these five stages are from the prophase 1 stage. These are the leptotene, zygotine, pecatine, diplotin, and the dikinesis also. Now come to the metaphase 1. Here, and the metaphase 1 stage, in the metaphase 1 stage, the bivalent chromosomes align to the equatorial plate, and the microtubules, these are the centrosome. From the goes to opposite pole of the spindle fiber get attached to the pair homologous chromosomes. Next is the anaphase stage. In the anaphase stage, the homologous chromosomes separate, but the sister chromatids remain attached to centromere. As we know that the sister chromatids are joined together, and the part at which they are joined, this part is called the centromere. Next phase is the telophase 1 stage. In the telophase 1 stage, it means it is the last stage of the meiosis 1. So there the nuclear membrane and nucleolus is reappear. The nuclear membrane and the nucleus are disappear in the above stages, and in the telophase stage, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus reappear, and the there is a cytokinesis furiosus found. So due to the contractional force is applied here, and the cell is divided into two parts. The stages between two meiotic division is called the interkinesis. Two meiotic division is meiosis 1 division and the meiosis 2 division. The um, middle part of these two divisions is called the interkinesis, and it is start lived that follows prophase 2. The here that is represented by the diagram. In the meiosis 1, and in the part of the meiosis one is prophase one, and we discussed above what is the prophase one. So come to the prophase one, first stage of the prophase one, it is called the leptotin. So in the leptotin, before come to the leptotin, the these are the organ chromosomes, or we can say these are the chromatids. Here there are the in the interphase stage, before the leptotin, before the prophase stage, the DNA material or genetic material is present in the randomly. But for the rest, in the resting period, they they are the replication process. So the DNA is the replicate, and it may be double. It can be double or a thick hair. So now the in the leptotin stage, here, this one, in the leptotin stage, the genetic materials are become thick. The chromosomes becomes distinct and visible under the microscope. So this is called the leptotin stage. Here, this is the cell. First was the cell membrane. Here is the nuclear membrane. This part is the nucleolus. There is the centrioles, and these are already these all are present in the leptotin stage. And now come to the second stage, that is called the zygote. In the zygote stage, as we know, in the zygote, there are the chromosomes start the pairing together. Okay, so here the chromosomes start the pairing together, and this two blue lines, we can see these two blue lines, these are called the sister chromatids. Okay, for the one part, that one for it may be male or it may be female, and if we represent the blue part for the male, and the red is the female one, so that these two chromatids are called the sister chromatids. And here again, the chromatids for the male, and the red line shows the two sister chromatids of the female. But these are the one blue and the one red. These are not the sister chromatids. These are the non-sister chromatids. So as we know, in the zygote stage, here the chromosomes start to the pairing together. And now come to the Pecatine stage. In the Pecatine stage, the chromosomes are more closely associated, and the homologous chromosomes are now called the tetrad. And one more thing is here, that the crossing over is found in this stage. So we can represent this. These are the sister chromatid. These are the again sister chromatid. So they come to the closely to each other, closely associate. And the homologous chromosomes are called the tetrad. Tetrad means there are the four chromatids. You know? So you can represent also here. And these are the four chromatids. So it is called the tetrad. And as we say that the crossing over is also takes place here, so that in this diagram uh, we can try to show the crossing over, because as we see that there is a blue and it is a red, so they overlap to each other, and um, the red part is joined to the blue part, and the blue part is joined to the red part. So it means the genetic material will be exchanged here due to the overlapping of the chromosomes. So there the crossing over this part is very important, because in this part the genetic material will be exchanged here. So this known as the Pecatine stage. And now come to the diplotin. In the diplotin stage, as we say in the above stage, that this is called the left. Which one? Sorry. This is the Pecatine. In the Pecatine stage, there are all the organs, just like the nucleolus, just like the nuclear membrane, just like the centrioles are the present here. But now in the diplotin stage, there are the starting of the disappearance of these organs. Just like the nucleus is now is absent in the diplotin stage. The nuclear membrane is absent in the diplotin stage, and the centriole goes to the uh, pole side. Okay, and then these are the uh, tetrad, and here now we represented as that there are the nucleolus disappear, there are the nuclear membrane disappear, and the centriole goes to their pole side. Here these are the now the one more important point, that the at that portion, these two are the crossing over, or it made the x-like structure. This point is called the chiasmata. Okay, this is called chiasmata. Okay, then next, and here the homologous chromosomes separate from one another. Okay, then come to the dikinesis. In the dikinesis, the chiasmata is clearly visible also, and here we can say this is the here. In this part there is the chiasmata, we can represent that clearly, we can see that clearly, that is the joint portion of the chromosomes is called the chiasmata. So these four are the different stages of the meiosis 1. As we see, the first stage is leptotin, then the second stage is called the zygotin, and there's the pairing start, and the third is the pecatine. In this, the chromosomes are closely to each other, and the homologous chromosomes is called the tetrad. The tetrad means there are the four chromatids here, and one more thing important, that there are the crossing over in this stage. Now the diplotin stage. In the diplotin stage, the disappearance of the nucleolus and nuclear membrane, and the centrioles goes to the poles. So, and here the dikinesis, the centrioles pull the chromosomes at the pole side for with the help of the spindle fibers. So these thread-like structures are called the spindle fibers, and where the crossing point is here, this point is called the chiasmata. Now, after the uh, five stages of the prophase 1, we goes to the metaphase 1. So as we know, in the metaphase stage, here the all the chromosomes are goes to the aligned at the equatorial plate, and there the microtubules forms the opposite poles of the spindle gets here. These are the spindle fibers, and these are the centriole. The both pole is at the both pole the centriole is present, and these are the spindle fibers. Next is the anaphase 1. In the anaphase 1, the homologous chromosomes separate, but the sister chromatids remain attached to centromere. Okay, in the anaphase state, I repeat again, the anaphase state, the homologous chromosomes separate, but the sister chromatids remains attached to the centromere. And in this stage, this is called the haploid state. Now, come to the telophase 1. In that, at the telophase 1, it is the now the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, which are all already disappear in the above stages. So in the telophase state, they are um, reappear in this stage. So these are the nucleolus is present, and and cell membrane, nuclear membrane is also appear. So there is the formation of the two daughter cells, and then there is the contractile forces applied, and there is a formation of the cytokinesis furose here, so that the cell the these cytoplasm will be divided into the formation of the two cells, and each cell has the 23 chromosomes here, and the another cell has the 23 chromosomes. But now in this stage, the chromatids are the thick or the joined, but and the meiosis second, they are converted into the um, thin thread like structure. So we goes to the meiosis 2, and as we know that the meiosis 2 is just like as the mitosis. So here I repeat again the mitosis. Here the prophase stage, as we have already discussed in the previous lecture. The parent cell is here, that is the sister chromatids. Then here these are the centromeres, nucleolus, centrioles are also present here. Then come to the metaphase stage. Here in the metaphase two stage, all the chromosomes align at the equatorial plate, and the spindle fibers are joined together, and then they pull these chromosomes at the pole side. So the sister chromatids now separate, and the chromosomes move towards the pole. Then come to the telophase stage. At the telophase stage, as we know, the chromatin expands, cytoplasm divided, and there are the formation of the two daughter cells. So this is the method for the meiosis cell division, by which we got the four cells and four daughter cells. So the difference between the mitosis and the meiosis, or the significance of meiosis: the meiosis forms the gametes that are the essential for the sexual reproduction. The crossing over introduces new recombination of the traits, and the helps in the maintenance of chromosomes, number of the sexually reproducing organisms, provide evidence for a basic relationship of organisms. They are the difference between the mitosis and meiosis. These are the basic differences. That firstly, as we discussed, that the um, mitosis is found in it takes place in the somatic cell, but the meiosis takes place in the reproductive cell. Mitosis is the single division which produce two cells, but the meiosis has a double division which produce four cells. In the mitosis, the haploid and the diploid, both kind of the cells may undergo mitosis, but in the diploids, in the meiosis, only diploid cell undergoes meiosis cell division, and here the crossing over is absent in the mitosis, but in the meiosis, crossing over takes place. At the pairing of chromosome does not occur in the mitosis, and in the meiosis, here is the pairing of the chromosomes occurs. So these are the differences between the mitosis and the meiosis. So uh, very important question, that explain the cell division with the help of mitosis and the meiosis with all diagram. And second question is the write the difference between the mitosis and the meiosis. So these are the two questions which have already covered the all the topics in this lecture. So if you have any doubt or the query, so everybody can contact with me. So now I stop my lecture. Thank you.